Oh, his phone must have died. Y'all finna hear me on the mic, not complaining, but talking with the head coach about how sorry our practice was today, because this is some bullshit that we had today. Golly, that practice today was not what we needed. Yeah, his phone died. He'll call me back in a few minutes.
Coach, the baseball regular season is wrapping up across the parking lot, but football season in full swing now at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Yellow, there's the 180. Ricky.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, Rose, we got it, Rose. I mean, Rose. All right, Tex, we got it, Tex. Co-signing like he about to get a new car. Man. And the part about that is that I'm not even really tripping because we have a whole system.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you, boy.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off.
He really is.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
I mean, I ain't got no problem with speaking up. I can say whatever. I mean,
shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, because I will say from that practice, he wasn't getting
what do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They call him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. Okay. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 17, Mahomes, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready. Mike 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the defense.
On first down, Stacy, a screen to Bell. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
218, chop. Hey, Sam off. Bud.
From the gun, Stacy. Forced out to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Back to throw. Stacy. Deep ball for Goodwin. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Go, get set.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's 2nd down.
At the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Check. Walk 54. Here we go. Hey, Team 6.
Operating for the gun. Stacy. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It's caught. Nelson. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Looking to throw. Stacy steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Never get the injury.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Damn.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Stacy caught here by Bell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's get it. Break. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Squeeze, double. Check 26, check 26. Hey, foxtrot. Now.
From the gun, Stacy. He completes it to Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Now a draw play. This is Bell. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Hurry up, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Stacy. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
That was never even should have been
by Ron Thornhill.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Let's see if he's going to match personnel, if he's going to still stand right.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, Stacy. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, You're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
A good lane to run there for Bell as he'll get about 7 on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. 6-6, pull it high. 58 to Mike, 58. Get it.
2nd and 3.
So if you just bump my dude, no penalty.
Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. Normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Stacy, and that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Stacy, caught by Nelson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Rolling to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-task.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if you're starting through 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now this throw caught left.
I wasn't even trying to call the pause it or whatever.
Side.
A gain of 24 yards. And a Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mahomes now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's first and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. It's complete to Snead. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's third and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe come back.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they need it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a first carry for their fullback. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3-4 or like 4-6.
On 3rd down, Stacy. Goodwin able to haul it in.
And he fumbled.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Oh, wow. What is it?
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. He's looking, and I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I hate I had to hold it that long.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Give him time. Let him do whatever it is he's trying to do.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's get the ball.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. So from Charger territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mike, 49. Here we go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 11.
Ready? Right. 49. That's what I do.
To throw on 3rd down, Meadows. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Chargers take over first down and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
At the 21-yard line.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Now this time he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Diving opposite direction.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On third down, Meadows, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Stacy. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Give them 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw on second down. Stacy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
54. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
On third down, Stacy. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Once a year.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says? What? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Because I'm like, we had practice, and it's like, I'm like, okay, you go and talk to the quarterback. I appreciate that. Because I'm like, I didn't want to, at the point where I'm like, if it's something going on and I'm not pleased, I know that the one thing I don't want to do is throw the quarterback psyche all which type of way. Having him thinking this and having him thinking that. So I was like, I didn't say nothing. And anytime I went to go talk to Tyler, all I told him was
so 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
That's all I would ever say to him. Because I'm like, I'm not finna throw a whole bunch of stuff at him because the QB's psyche and that's
so this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
I never said that from
and remember the old adage,
I
don't want
offense sells tickets.
To
defense
have
does
a lot
what?
of people
Wins
in
championships.
And
in this game,
I have to start
maybe a championship
doing more.
Wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish. Just love the execution, love the tenacity,
whoever, they always
love the
feel
way
like
they
they got to
finished.
come in and try to coach them up, and I'm like, that's not your place.
So for the Chiefs, It's an ideal start as they move to 3-0
and that's why he
on the
messaged
young
me because
and
I told him, I was like, I'm not mad at
through
you.
the bye week before they get
I
back
know
at it
that
again.
if what I wanted
Meanwhile,
to
for our
say wasn't going to
visitors,
be received,
they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.
You know, berate him and all this other type of stuff if it's not going well.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA.
So I was just like, I just kind of backed off and just gave him his space on that. I didn't really just kind of smother him or nothing like that. But that was